What is up, everybody? I'm Trevor. This is my friend Zach. We're going to be doing a video on the on the top 2 best and worst Office characters.
Top 2?
Yeah.
What?
Okay, let's
I
do
need a
top
third.
3. Let's do top 3. And we will be doing one honorable mention for each category.
Okay.
But for the worst Office characters, it'll be a dishonorable mention. We're going to be explaining
that. Oh, what? Okay. That sounds like that would be like the worst. You get dishonorably mentioned, then you're the worst character.
Well, okay, it'll be an honorable mention. So
That's gonna be hard too because there's not even like 3 bad characters.
But it's not like
It's the 3 worst.
3 worst, and there could be many reasons for why they're bad.
Okay.
You can choose why they're bad for any reason, but we're gonna start with the good ones. Let's start with the bad ones.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna do the 3rd worst, so not the total worst. I'll go first.
Okay.
I hate the character of Angela Martin. Angela Martin is a terrible person.
That's your 3rd worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angela Martin is a terrible person. She is super judgmental, irritating. I mean, and kudos to Angela, the actress who plays her, because that is a really good actress.
Yeah.
I hate what she does with the whole Andy and Dwight thing, and I hate that she did it once before because she had two sets of men fighting over her.
I think
two
that's
different points.
Yeah. Okay, so okay.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I think that what we have to talk about also is how we're basing why we don't like him, because that was
Hey.
Yes, Mom. Yes.
You're in the video.
I need you to just. Thanks. Is this yours or
I
mine?
guess you're
It's
gonna have
yours.
to start over.
Mine, I think mine was better.
We'll just cut you out, Mom.
Can't.
Can't.
Cause I'm half your DNA, motherfucker.
Okay, we're gonna leave that in. So
Yeah, so we're basing it off of the actual characters and the decisions that they make
yeah,
and what they say, or
I don't know, because I want to base my honorable mention for the worst off of the acting.
Okay, well, we'll save that for the acting.
So
The best actors in the
yeah,
or the worst actors. I don't know if that'll work. It's a tough one. Let's just rank them and then frick the meaning of why.
yeah. Okay.
So number 3 worst is your number 3 worst. All right, so my number 3 worst is Creed Bratton.
Oh wow, that's a really good one. Scoot up a little
Dude,
bit.
I think that a lot of the lines that he makes are funny, and he does say a lot of funny stuff, and I do like that he's a weirdo, and he's you never know what he's gonna say really. But I think that a lot of the stuff that he says just isn't really that funny, and it's more just for the shock value of it, and it's you can just say anything that's random or crazy and out there, and people will think that you're funny because you're crazy.
You're the crazy character.
Yeah, so I think that kind of makes me upset sometimes. So I think that's why I put him in my number 3. Though I do, you're gonna be in big trouble. I do like that. I like some of the stuff that he says, and I like some of those random moments still.
Yeah.
Because I love the show so much.
One thing we both agree on is that there's no really
Horrible.
there's no horrible character.
Yeah.
But because they're all so good, there are bad ones still.
Yeah.
So Creed is a good character, though Creed I think is not a good character. He might be the one exception, but he still is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my second worst. My second worst is Ryan. And the reason why he's the worst is because he's literally just a terrible person. But Ryan's acting is on point, dude.
Yeah.
There's a scene I watched today where they're all imitating Kevin, and then Kelly does an imitation, and Ryan's like, it's a little derivative. And then Jim is doing Jim's imitation, And then Ryan's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Ryan's looking at the camera.
There's always those like little subtle moments where like they just like build like the relationships between the characters really, really well.
Really
I think
subtle.
like that's just like the best show that I know that's ever done it because of like the factor that it is like a mockumentary type of thing.
Yeah.
That's a good choice. I think that like Kelly, Toby, and Ryan's characters are always in the right zone because those three were writers on the show.
Yeah, that's
so
a good
I think
point.
that they're always like their characters are always really fleshed out and they know exactly like what their character would do in that situation. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
So that's why I like those characters a lot.
I think Ryan has one of the best. I mean, who's the actor? His name?
BJ Novak.
Oh, BJ Novak. Yeah, he's one of the best actors on the show. But Ryan is just like the worst person ever.
That's true.
And so that's why his character is like the worst for me. Although I don't hate his character, he is like the second worst character for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, my number 2 worst is gonna go to Meredith Palmer, and that honestly goes along the same lines as you because like I honestly like every time Meredith speaks, I do not like what comes out of her mouth. Like it just makes me so angry. Like Meredith, like shut up. Like,
I know, bro.
Oh
she's
my
always
goodness.
being mean to Pam
and she's,
too.
like trying to have sex with everybody.
Remember when
She's so mean to Pam. That's a good point.
Yeah, she's like Little Miss wants attention.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a funny line though, but I hate it.
Yeah, I don't like Meredith. Remember when she is wearing the short dress and she's like. Meredith, pull your dress
Remember
up.
when they drag her to Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah, Michael takes her to AA. Or to the rehab. She's like, no, Michael, no.
It's so gross. I just, it's funny to look at, but I don't like it. I don't like it. That's my number 2 worst.
My number 1 worst is Andy.
Yeah.
I hate Andy. I hate him.
That's so like really.
It's really tough.
That's really controversial because like Andy's character changes so much.
That's true.
Like in the entire show.
That's true.
But he's your least favorite?
Yes, he is. Okay, but I'm watching the show right now in like season 6. And I'm thinking about how much I hate Andy, but as I'm watching the show, I don't hate Andy that much. He's more cute. He's more cute and silly than anything else
in season 6
right now. See, when he gets introduced to like season 7, but then after Michael leaves and they try to make him like, he's like after Mike. Okay, this is the real problem. After Michael leaves, he's in the show too much. I don't like how much
he was never really meant to be in the show that much.
Right?
Yeah.
He's just the irritating idiot. But after Michael leaves, he's the irritating idiot for like 10 minutes an episode. I hate it. And then of course. I hate how much he freaking changes after he comes back from his boat trip.
That's just the worst.
That is terrible. And his whole character arc at the end where he freaking goes and does and I can't too just sit here and cry. That whole thing at the end.
Yeah.
I hate all of that. And it ruined Andy's character for me. I hate Andy Dwyer.
Yeah.
Is that his last name on the show? No, that's Andy. That's Parks and Rec.
Yeah, they have the same name.
What's Andy's last name? Bernard. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Andy Bernard. All right, who is your least favorite character?
This one's really tough for me. And number 1 and number 2 kind of flip-flop for me because I don't like Meredith that much. But throughout the entire show, there are some good moments, obviously, but it's just like every time they cut to Phyllis, it's just Phyllis is just like not like that funny of a character. And at the same time, she's like the worst of Meredith, just not the worst at it. The worst of Angela, but not the worst at it. And she's the worst of Ryan without being the worst at it. She's the worst, like, I don't know. It's just like...
I know exactly what you're
You know what
talking
I'm
about.
saying? Like
she's so disrespectful to Phyllis.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Phyllis, wait.
Or to Angela. And she's
my goodness.
so disrespectful to Pam, too.
When she's, like, blackmailing, like, Angela, like, I do not like that at all. That's
crazy.
That's my least favorite part
crazy.
about Phyllis is that she does that. And then she like spills the beans. Like that is messed up to the whole office. Like that's not okay, honestly. I mean, I think Angela is in the worst spot there because she was obviously the one that cheated on Andy.
Yeah.
But like Phyllis doing that like was really unnecessary, and she was already being like so evil that entire episode. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, Phyllis is mine.
Phyllis goes up to Michael when he has the leads, and he goes, "Hand him over She goes, "Hand him over numbnuts." That's so embarrassing.
No, but seriously, we're supposed to get the leads.
That's really, really embarrassing.
Like, I feel like she's in high school, but she's like a 6-year-old.
Woman. But like that's a really good character though, because there are people in the American workplace.
That's a good point.
Who act just like her.
That's a really good point,
dude. Worst Phyllis moment ever when they're at Jim and Pam's wedding, and she says, Pam probably ran away because she knew deep down she wasn't going to be a good wife.
I don't even remember that.
She says that at Jim and Pam's wedding.
Oh my goodness.
It's like the worst thing I ever heard.
That is terrible.
It's so bad, dude. But best Phyllis moment is when her and Bob and Jim and Pam go to lunch, and then her and Bob go bang in the bathroom.
That's really funny.
And she gets back and she gets the water. She goes,
That is a really funny part. And when she gets guys to beat up, or she gets Bob to beat up guys at bars.
Okay, dude. All right, now
I think the dishonorable mention has to be about a non-main character.
Let's do 2
Okay.
dishonorable mentions.
Okay.
They didn't make the list, but you don't like them.
They didn't make the list.
I know. I know.
Is that for the main characters or for like the side characters?
Let's do 2 extras.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah. So one is like a side. 2 extras with whoever you want.
Okay.
Okay. Dishonorable mention for me is Pam.
Wow. That is a shock.
Okay. I've explained this to you many times, but I'll explain it again. I don't think that Jenna Fisher is a very good actress at some parts. Like when she's doing the whole like, let's see what's going on here.
Yeah.
That whole shtick, like it's very clear that she's acting. And someone has brought up before, like, oh, maybe that's just her character. Like that's just how her character acts. Like in her show, Pam the character is like doing the whole shtick, but I don't think so.
It's more like Jenna just like put herself into the character too much in those spots.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I just don't like it. But there are some Pam parts that are really good acting.
Yeah.
Like insane
really, really
acting.
good.
There's the part where Jim pretends to propose, but he's actually just tying his shoe. And then he goes...
That is such a cute moment.
He goes, oh, you thought... And she goes, oh, how could I think that? How could I think that? It's so good. It's really great acting.
And the sun is all beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
that's a
great shot. That's a good shot, yeah.
I love that shot.
Yeah.
Okay, go for your dishonorable.
My dishonorable mention is going to be Stanley Hudson. Yeah. Yeah, it's I think that Stanley is really, really funny, and that's why he would never ever go in my top 3 worst. But I think that like his just like negativity like messes me up a lot of times. So I mean I love Stanley so much. Like that's what we're saying about how like every character on the show is so good. Like
but there just has to be some that are the worst.
It was hard to pick 3. Like I would also put Stanley like in my honorable mentions for the best too. Yeah. You know, he's like right in the mid range. Yeah, I don't really have a good reason for Stanley, but I just know that he's not really like my top players, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Do you have another one on tap? Because I can't think of one yet.
I would say like for my extra characters, like Will Ferrell, like his character.
I thought you were gonna go Charles Minor.
Like I don't like Charles as like the character, but I think that Idris Elba is a really good actor. But I think like Will Ferrell, like a lot of times he seemed like he like didn't really even want to be on the show. Like he was in too many episodes or something like that. Like I don't know, like
interesting.
When they did like the Inner Circle, like that episode just rubs me the wrong way a little bit. Like it just lands in one of my episodes where it's like I wouldn't really go back and watch that on purpose.
Skip it.
Yeah. Just because I think that Will Ferrell as like an actor,
shaking the camera with your foot tap.
Well, I'm a foot tapper, so. Yeah. D'Angelo Vickers. But I wouldn't even say D'Angelo because I would say Will Ferrell because D'Angelo's character
so funny.
is so
Dude,
funny, dude. The juggling is one of the funniest bits in the entire show.
That's really funny.
The entire
and Pam goes,
series.
Look, I'm juggling with no hands.
Pam gets so mad at D'Angelo. Pam does not like D'Angelo.
She hates D'Angelo and she hates Ryan.
Pam hates Ryan, but she also likes Ryan because she invests into Wolf.
That's true.
Why does she invest into Wolf?
Remember when Ryan's like, would you rather have $50 now or $500 in the future?
It's like $50 now.
And she's like, how sure is this? Sorry, what were you going to say? She likes Ryan because of what?
I think she likes Ryan because she likes the good part about him, which is that he's very smart, but she does not like that he's lazy and tries to get out of everything and is like a bad person.
Yeah.
So I think that she more doesn't like him, but she also realizes that he is smart.
Yeah.
I think after they work together in Michael Scott Paper Company, things change.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
them a
true.
lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Pam does the Ryan writes that beautiful poem to Kelly.
Oh, and
Pam and Jim are crying. Yeah.
That is funny.
That's a really
That's
good
really,
part.
really
That's
funny.
a really good part.
Okay, can you give us your last one? So please get to the best because this is really hard.
I have. It's like a controversial one because it's not one single character. It's the entire cast of students in Scott's Tots.
Whoa.
It's the entire cast of students in Scott's Tots. Because the whole episode of Scott's Tots is so cringy. It's like the most disgustingly cringy thing I've ever seen. It's so weird. And then at the end, when it's revealed to the students that they don't have the money, they don't react right. And it ruins the episode, dude. They don't react right. They just go, what? Come on, man. Dang it. That is not awkward at all.
Yeah.
Freaking Steve Carell does so well in that episode. And their acting and as response, and maybe the writing too, it's not good enough for Steve's performance in the episode.
That's interesting, yeah.
I don't watch Scott's Tots not because it's too awkward, but a lot of people don't watch it because it's way too awkward.
Yeah, I know.
They
I know that
can't
that
watch
is a
it.
thing.
But I don't watch it because I don't like the reaction at the end.
You would be freaking out if that was really you because they're about to graduate, I think, right?
Yeah. But
dude, your whole entire life.
I mean,
changed.
I don't know how it would be different. I don't know how it could be better.
Yeah.
But those kids would be sobbing.
Yeah. That would have been really funny if they made them cry.
They made them really cry, and Michael's just like,
yeah. Oh my goodness! Remember when he has a library dedicated to him, and he doesn't even want to go into it?
yeah. This
is the
funny.
Michael Scott reading
That's
room.
That's really funny.
Bro, that is messed
Hilarious.
up. That is messed up.
Okay, we are going to go to the best characters in the show. So it's going to be your third best.
Okay.
You go first.
My third best character, I'm going to go with Toby because I think that Toby, I think that every single thing that he says is funny.
I think so too.
It's so sad. It's so easy to make fun of.
Yeah.
It's so easy to hate. That's why I think that every single person grows to hate Toby, like Michael does. In the same way where you just don't know why you hate him, but you're just get the freak out of here, Toby. It's so funny though. That's the way that I hate him is way different than the way that I don't like Meredith or I don't like Phyllis in those same ways because the way that I hate Toby is the same way that you kind of hate yourself for being awkward. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
wow.
It's
that's a really good point.
When he puts his hand on the leg,
Jim goes like this, he goes,
and then he says, I'm moving to Puerto Rico and sprints
oh my gosh,
home.
that's so embarrassing. Well, I'm just going to jog home now. How far do you live?
Oh, man.
Dude, one of my favorite Toby moments, I just saw a meme about it, is when he comes back from the camping trip with Ryan that Michael didn't get to go on.
Yeah.
And he goes I have so many s'mores. I was just no more s'mores. No more s'mores. That's freaking trash.
I don't like that.
That's trash.
I love it.
So funny. My third favorite character, Dwight Schrute.
Good choice.
I love Dwight. He is so funny. All the time.
Yeah.
Every single time he's funny.
Yeah.
Favorite Dwight moment? Let me try to think. It was that one we just saw a couple days ago. When Kelly messes up their performance reviews. Makes them bad on purpose.
Uh-huh.
And then
yes.
Dwight goes, we got her. Or what does he say?
He's just like, he's like happy that he was
Oh,
right.
yeah. He's like,
I was
yes,
right. I
was right. And
Yeah.
he's like, let's get her.
Yeah, let's get her.
And he just starts walking and Jim goes, no. That's so funny.
That is hilarious.
Dwight is such a funny character.
Yeah.
Dwight, oh my gosh. And Rainn Wilson as an actor is what
Impeccable,
a
pretty much.
freaking impeccable performance.
Yeah.
I think Rainn Wilson is probably the second best actor on the show.
Yeah.
Amazing performance.
That's a good choice.
All right.
My second favorite is Kevin Malone. Kevin is, like, I relate to Kevin a lot because I'm the big guy too. Like, a lot of the funny stuff
Yeah,
about
you're an
Kevin
idiot.
is... Anyways, a lot of the stuff about Kevin is, like, the same stuff that, like, I think is funny about myself. So, like, I don't know. I think that Kevin is, like, so funny. And, like,
Favorite Kevin moment?
he says some of this. Oh, my favorite Kevin moment is when Dwight is accusing people of having sex in the office, and Kevin goes, as has Kevin. And they go, oh, really? With who? And he goes, she goes to a different school.
That's hilarious.
Like, that breaks, like, the entire, like, meta of the show. Like, Kevin breaks it up because he's so stupid.
He's an idiot.
He makes it into, like, almost a cartoon because, like, no real person, even if they were as stupid as Kevin, would ever say that. Like, that's purely written to be
Goes to
funny.
a different school.
That's purely written to be funny because it doesn't even make any sense.
They don't hold anything back with Kevin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I love him.
Yeah. One of my favorite Kevin moments is when he's teaching Gabe Lady Gaga dance moves.
No, Gabe is teaching him. Like,
Gabe's teaching him. And then Michael comes back and yells at Kevin. And then Michael's like, just don't let it happen again. He's like, you think I would let this happen again? No way, man! he curses at Gabe.
Fuck you, Gabe!
That's so funny.
That is so funny.
Kevin is great.
All right.
My second favorite, Jim Halpert. I love Jim Halpert, dude. My favorites are just the classic favorites.
Yeah.
I love Dwight. I love Jim. Jim Halpert is such a sweetheart, man. That guy really has it together.
Yeah, I mean, he runs the show, I would say, for the most part, like, in terms of story. It's his story, I would say, more than Michael's.
Dude, there was an interesting YouTube video talking about, like, the true end of The Office. And it was talking about how the end of The Office wasn't when Michael left. It was, like, when Jim and Pam got married. Because that's when their, like, romantic plotline kind of stopped. And I don't really agree with that. But
it is an end to a part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
But
definitely.
their marriage is awesome, though.
Yeah.
All their ups and downs. But I love Jim exactly for what you just said, man. He's the plot driver.
Yeah.
And that's why I like him more than Dwight. When I'm, like, thinking about, like, who I like more. And also when he's on screen, I love him so much. My favorite Jim moment, of course, all the pranks are hilarious. Like, the pranks are, like, so...
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite Jim prank moment is when he's Mr. Buttlicker, and then Dwight goes, Buttlicker! Our prices have never been lower! That's so funny. But...
I'm just on this phone with this idiot salesman, probably going to keep him on the line forever and not buy anything.
Oh, and then Jim buys $1 million worth of paper from Michael. He sees, that's how it's done.
But no, he says, but you have to fire that idiot salesman.
Yeah, yes!
Michael's like, it was $1 million sale.
And Dwight's like, don't do it.
Don't do it, Michael.
It's $1 million sale.
Dude, my favorite part about that scene is that they just cut it, and you never know if Michael took the $1 million sale and fired Dwight.
That's crazy.
They just cut it, and that's, like, such a good choice because that would, like, change the entire show if that happened. Like,
Yeah.
they just cut it right there and let it be a funny scene.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like that too. But like one of my true favorite Jim moments is after Jim and Pam stay at Dwight's ranch over the night, and they stay in the aggregation room.
That is really funny, yeah. That's
after
your
that,
favorite.
Dwight is crying in the stairwell This is also a really good Dwight moment. Oh man, it's really sad. Wow. Dwight is crying in the stairwell, and then Jim goes down there, and it's like such an insight into the character's life, because Jim goes like, when Pam was dating Roy, like I didn't think I could do it. Like I didn't like eating or anything, and that's like, when I think about that, I think like, man, like on the show when that was happening, Jim was completely fine.
Yeah.
But like when he went home, he was like depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But he still came into work and made the jokes and did the pranks and had the fun. But he was like literally depressed at home. And I thought that was so beautiful. And then Dwight's crying, and then after Jim says that, he gets up and leaves, and Dwight goes, and Jim's not there, bro. He slaps the wall, and Jim's not there.
That's crazy. I don't remember that. That's crazy. I gotta rewatch that episode.
Bro. It's a really good episode.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch that one for sure.
But yeah, Dwight goes like this to touch Jim on the chest, bro. Man. That's crazy,
That is crazy, yeah. That's weird.
But okay, yeah, that's my number 2. Okay.
Oh, my favorite Jim moment is the obvious one when he gives up the job in New York to go back and get Pam. I think that like entire montage is just like the most beautiful, like, I don't know, like you don't really get that out of any other comedy shows, really. Like even Parks and Rec, which I would say is like the closest comparable to The Office, like you never ever get those moments like that. Like that is really like a touching moment that makes the show like more than a comedy, I would say. Then and that happened, that type of moment happens a lot throughout the entire series. But that is just like the most well done.
You get that same sort of thing in Scrubs though.
I've never watched Scrubs.
It's a really good show, and like I was just listening to a talk about it, which is totally off topic, but I was listening to a talk about it, and they were talking about how like they did an episode where they killed 3. Like, okay, so it was basically the gag was like 1 in 3 doctors' patients dies, but the 3 main doctors, they killed all 3 of their patients, and they were like, we're gonna do this so that we can set the tone for the show, so that people will know like this is a show that doesn't mess around. You know what I mean? I thought that was really dope. But The Office does it well too. Okay, number 1 character.
Okay, so our number 1 is the same, and it's just because it's Michael.
Michael Scott.
Michael Scott is the best.
He's so awesome.
Character in any show ever. I mean, in my opinion,
I think personally, I think he's the best TV show character I've ever watched.
I think so too, because every single action, every single word that he says, every line that's like delivered, every like all the blocking, all the facial expressions, and all the words are perfect in every single time. Yeah. Like even if man, like I don't even know how he does it, honestly. Like it's just like it's so on, and every action is met with some sort of purpose to make the audience laugh or do exactly what sort of like motion he's conveying.
Whatever Michael would do. We talk about this a lot, that Michael and Steve Carell are separate people. Like Michael Scott is his own entity. Yeah. And Steve Carell is so different than Michael in real life. Like he's quiet and reserved and not really that funny. Yeah. But on the show, Michael is like the most insanely well done character I've ever seen in my life. Like it's perfect. His character is perfect, man. Yeah. And that's what makes the show good. Michael's performance is as much what makes the show good, I think, as the writing. Yeah. I don't think that the show would be a success without Steve Carell's acting.
No way. I mean, I think that's evident after he leaves, that the show does definitely have a huge change. Like, the English version, I think, is like the same. Like Ricky Gervais's. I've never like been an avid watcher, but I've seen a few episodes, and Ricky Gervais's character really like carries that show. And I don't think that his character gets a lot of the same type of support that Michael's character does. But I think that support like makes Michael Scott even better than the original Ricky Gervais. Is like how he's able to play off of the different characters and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay, favorite Michael Scott moment.
That's really tough. I'm gonna bounce it to you if you already have an answer, bro.
I do not have an answer.
I don't know. Okay. I can't pick one.
The one I'm thinking about right now.
Okay, I can actually pick one.
Go for it. Okay. I do not have a good one.
So I'm just gonna go with my favorite episode because he is throughout the entire episode. It's the dinner party.
Such a good episode.
That is like everything that Michael does in that episode is like so like far deep into the Michael Scott-esque type of stuff that he does, and it's just like pounding you. Like every single line in that episode
So funny.
is like the most like awkwardly like delivered and like it's like painstaking.
Dude, the crazy part about that episode is every single second there's another joke. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And the other episodes have like set up to jokes, but I don't know how they did it, but every second is a joke.
I think so too, man.
It's insane.
Yeah. When Michael is talking about his flat screen plasma TV, and he pushes it into the wall, and like now everybody can see, and then he's just like standing there with the TV, and he's like, I love it. I love this TV.
I love this TV.
I love this TV. It's like, what can I say? I just love this TV. Like,
that's awesome.
That's probably my favorite Michael
So
Scott
funny,
moment.
dude.
Yeah. Just say like your favorite episode, I guess. Like, cause I don't even know.
I don't think I can decide. I don't think I have a good answer right now.
That's okay.
Okay, honorable mentions for characters. My first honorable mention is Aaron Hannon.
Good. Yeah,
I
that's a good
love
one.
Aaron. What's the actress's name? Ellie
I don't know her name.
Ellie Kemper?
That sounds right.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Ellie Kemper, I think, or the actress who plays Aaron, is like, she's in the top 3 actors of the whole show. She's so good.
Yeah.
She like her. Her acting is, I think, as good as Rainn Wilson's acting for Dwight. Even though she was only in the show for a short time, she can't be my favorite character because she's not in the show enough.
Mm-hmm.
But her acting is just so good. Like, she's really funny. I love when something's happening and she just gets super excited because everybody else is excited.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? My favorite Aaron Hannon moment is when she's like, guys, what if we hire a new guy
Yeah.
and we take out $100,000 life insurance policy and then we kill them and split the money? Does that sound like a good idea to you guys? And then Michael's like,
I don't know what that was.
What the heck that was? That's my favorite Aaron moment. Okay, go. Honorable mention for best character.
Yeah, both my honorable mentions, they're not in the show that much, but every time they're on the screen, I do like
I know
it.
one of them.
Nate, the warehouse guy, like, man, I think that his character is just, like, so, like, funny, like, pure. Like, my favorite Nate moment is when, Dwight is like,
Nate, your mom called.
Nate, your mom called. She died.
And he's just like,
oh my goodness, it's so funny. And he's like so cute.
he's really cute.
He's so cute.
I agree. Love
I
Nate.
love Nate.
I love Nate too.
Okay, give your second honorable mention.
Second honorable mention is Kevin.
You gave the same character that I already gave. We haven't even done that the entire video.
Well, it's Kevin. Kevin is a incredible character. Kevin's character is in the top 3 best actors of the show.
I would have to know him. I don't know what he acts like outside of the show, though. That's
He's
the thing.
so normal. His interviews are crazy.
I have to watch those.
Yeah, I'm just a regular person. But not even, he's not saying he's a regular person. His interviews are just so different.
Yeah.
You have to watch a Kevin interview. Or whatever the guy's name is. I don't know. But
I think it is Kevin.
You get surprised at what he sounds like. Like, when we watch it right after this, you'll be like, what? It's crazy. He's an incredible actor. Top 3 best actors, freaking Michael, Dwight, and Kevin. Ellie Kemper, honorable mention. But I love Kevin for the acting, for the jokes. One of my favorite Kevin moments is when they're on the bus and he can do really intense math because it's pi. Another favorite Kevin moment is when he's like, yeah, we play who can fit the most M&Ms into their mouth.
I just watched that episode.
You play that, Kevin. That's really funny. Okay, who is your...
My last honorable mention is going to go to Holly because I just really like her relationship with Michael. I think that it's the cutest relationship above not Jan and Michael. That sucked. Pam and Jim.
You think that they're cuter than Pam and Jim?
Yeah, I do. I think that when they're doing the weight loss episodes, and then that like little section when him and Holly are dating on the show, I think that they have like some of like the most purest, like they are meant for each other. Because I don't think that like Michael could have really dated anybody else besides Holly that I had seen on the show, but Jim could have dated Karen if Pam never existed, you know? But I think that Michael and Holly are just so made for each other that it's like hard to be like cuter than that, you know? Like,
yeah.
And they go through a lot of trouble like Jim and Pam did, but I think that Michael getting to be with somebody is a lot more rewarding
just like him.
than Jim getting to be with somebody, because Jim is like, you know, just like a cool guy.
Yeah.
But Michael really struggles with like love and stuff like that, so...
I really like that they brought Holly in from the outside. That she wasn't an installment from the beginning. Because we had that enough with Jim and Pam.
We get that a lot in the show, is current office members dating each other. It just happens
Dwight and Angela,
all the time. All the time. Yeah.
But I really love that they brought her in.
Me too.
And then she showed up, and it was like, at first it was like, wow, she's kind of normal. But then she starts doing all that weird stuff.
Yeah, she's a weirdo.
She's
straight
a freak.
Up.
Yeah, definitely. And then when they are trying to find Michael in the city and she can find him, that's like quintessential.
I know. Like,
insane characterization.
Man, that is good stuff. Yeah, those are our worst and best office characters.
Middleist office characters are... Wait, another one of my favorites is Gabe.
I like Gabe too.
I
do hate Gabe though.
Obviously. He's the worst. Also, Robert California is really funny.
Robert California, dude, if I had a third honorable mention, I would have gave it to Robert, because I honestly, man, he is really... I might have to give that instead of Nate, give it to Robert.
Yeah?
But I love Nate.
Nate,
that is so tough.
This guy loves Nate. He's always talking about Nate.
I am, dude. But Robert, like, I'm the Lizard King. No, he doesn't even say it like that. He goes, I'm the effing Lizard King. Like, you can't mess with me, dude.
Yeah.
And, like, I like the stuff that he says, and it leaves, like, all the other office members, like, oh, what did you just say?
What?
But, like, if you actually are, like, listening to what he says, it's, like funnily true.
Yeah.
But not. It's like what Kanye says.
Yeah, it is. But he takes himself so seriously that it's just, like, a real big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, one of my favorite Robert California moments is when he's talking to Jim, and he goes, you want to hear a metaphor about sex or about nature? And Jim goes, oh gosh, nature, please. And Robert goes, when two animals are having sex.
That's such like a classic like setup punchline.
Boom!
Yeah, dude, that is so funny.
Okay, thank you for watching this. Whoever watched this,
All right, we're gonna kiss on the lips now.
Okay, ready?